Welcome to the greatest show on the entire earth. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, whether it's Apple for podcasts, Spotify for podcasts, they're on the YouTube, you see the beautiful faces. We are back. And if you don't know who you are, who are these idiots are shouting into my little device, my headphones, I'm there listening on my TV. We are the Experimentation Podcast, the greatest music review show, the most peer-respected music show in the whole entire world.
Jesus.
Just let that simmer for a bit. And hi, we back.
Come on, man.
Host of the most, the host that don't show, L Ants RBG. Grand verbalizer LA. The grandest of verbalizers. As in, I'm blessed with the strongest tongue. Not like that, because some people have very mad minds. You don't want to take it there. Not like that. Grand verbalizer LA. Music man LA.
The one that only.
Lost great grandson of Marcus Messiah Garvey. And here. To my left, introduce yourself before I have to introduce you. Too quickly.
Hey, yo. It's the self-proclaimed smoothest voice from the West Side. I make music. I write stories. And I run things. Shout out to my crew London Select each and every time. I go by the name of Jerry the Kid, a.k.a. Return of the Kid was good.
And today, people, is special.
Family.
We say family.
Hey, yo.
We're very rarely joined by our friends. Better yet, people we've known close to a decade. How many people in your life, people? Write in the comments, write in the reviews. How many people do you lot know for a decade? Better yet, who are you still friends with after a decade? Better yet, who are you still working with after a decade? We can say, all of the boxes, then we just tick them.
Literally.
Tick right there, sir. Tick right there, sir. And tick right there, sir.
Literally.
We have the queen of chaos in the building today. We have that girl in the building today. We have someone who allegedly had her waist snatched. I don't know how you should tell that story. That's not my story to tell. That's her story to tell. That's not ours, because that's outside of our remit. You understand what I'm saying?
Gosh.
We have a dear friend of ours. We have someone who's a rising star. She's worked with everybody. Talking about C Beats. And you don't know who C Beats is? Them man, they work for Busta Rhymes. Hold that for a second. Busta Rhymes is a legend. You know who Busta Rhymes is?
Serious
Did you
business.
what you saying, yo?
Serious business.
All the people never... Oh, I can't even sing that song anymore. It's mad. Fuck. Anyway, we're talking about works with every boy. We're talking about JB made it. I know that, though, innit? That was a pretty good impression.
She liked that one. She was like, yeah.
That was actually an unexpected.
I never
expected it.
You know what's so mad? You can tell I used to listen to Joe way back in the day, innit? You can tell I listened to Bear
You had
Joe.
that on lock.
We have friend, family, musical maestro, super tap, triple threat is in the building. We have the one, the only Jada Freeman. Let's give her a black hand. You need to give yourself a black hand as well. Let's give yourself a black hand. My dear sister, how are you doing this fine day?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Come on, this is superstar
I'm
behavior, right?
excited to be here.
Love that.
For those who don't know, and those going, I recognize this girl from somewhere. Yes, she's been on your screen. She's been performing. Yeah, we know all that. Don't have to say all that. But for those who are OG fans of the experimentation, I'm talking about real OGs, not original gangsters, but like semi-original gangsters. They're like into the journey. You might recognize her because we all share one love. The love of rhythm and blues. And she had to join us. There was no other person to call, actually, when we had our R&B Avengers episode. And her contributions were legendary.
We try.
Yeah.
As in, it was effort. And we said from that moment, madam, you need to start your show. And what's been the process of that since then? Yeah, I'm on you now.
In terms of me, like, having my own little...
We are waiting.
A little... You know, I've been doing my little TikToks, my little Instagrams. So I haven't yet graduated
Have to graduate,
pause.
man. I wanna
But,
do your
you know,
man.
I'll be trained by the best, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
You lot train me up.
Nah, I don't.
Oh,
You lot train
oh
me
my
up.
gosh. That's crazy.
And maybe I'll get there.
The draw out in the episode was crazy. I
It
remember
was
right at the beginning, I'm
mad.
going to introduce her. She said, yeah, still ain't got my call up from an episode yet. I said, whoa.
Today is the day.
Today's the day. We made
I'm
it.
glad you're good, but I haven't done this segment in a long time. I'll quickly start with a little segment, and I'll throw it to you to
Go
do
for
your
it.
segment. We are a platform about learning and empowerment. Gerald, tell them the slogan now. If you
No.
can remember, can't remember it. We'll jump back in. Don't worry about it. But I think it's
No. Educating
Huh?
and elevating, uplifting the black community one episode at a time. I didn't get
Give me
100% right,
that
but
at the
there
moment.
we go. Come on.
That's called no script. That's putting your co-host under pressure and him delivering. That's why he's there.
Quick on his
That's
feet.
That's
Run
why
it
he's
up.
there. He just
Period.
earned his pay times 10. So we have a segment on the show called Word with Learn, because we have to learn it. And today's words, little drum roll, please. Wise.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wise. So wise, meaning having or showing experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Synonyms for the word wise are sage. I like that one. Sagacious, that's my word. I like that one there. Intelligent, you know what I'm saying? Prudent, clever, learned. These are the words we're talking about when we're discussing. She got confused of the reason I even chose this
I
word.
like sagacious. That's what I
Sagacious means you're super intelligent. Why did I
Beautiful.
choose that word? It seems kind of random. I usually try to do the word of the day or the word we have to learn with theme because Jada is a Hebrew name. That's the meaning of
I didn't even know that.
of the Hebrew name Jada is wise. Come on, man. You learn something new every day.
I've
Look at
never
that.
knew that.
Never
Never
knew
knew.
that.
I never knew
I
it.
never knew that
I never
one.
knew it.
One thing about Jada, remixing words
I love it.
every day.
You know? And look
Every
at it.
day.
She has moments when I say on that last one, what was the moment when she was like, what did she say that was mad funny?
When? Oh.
No, she said it. I wasn't singing it when we was like, it doesn't even matter. But she had 2 minutes. She was singing. She was the star of that episode still.
Yeah.
One about us. Jada stole the show.
Mm-mm.
But East London's finest. Which part of East London? Because I never actually asked you that.
You know, so it's a little bit of an in-between. So Chingford technically,
Ching, 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 and
but
ching.
also Walthamstow, because I was like right on the cutoff. So I'm going to claim both.
Fair enough.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So
On like what day will you claim Walthamstow and what
Great
other day will you
question.
claim
at the
Chingford?
same time. You know what
Ah,
I mean? Postcode E4, shout out E4, do you know what I mean?
okay.
But I went to school in E17.
Okay.
Ooh, so she got buzz. She
Oh,
came
yeah.
in. She came in. I'm so smart. How did she come in with bars today? I'm so
God
confused.
damn, I thought you was just a sick. Nah.
So give people a sensory snapshot. So the food, the taste, the smells, what you looking at. Give them maybe a minute to 2 minute snapshot of East London.
You know what I mean? East London is so multicultural. I didn't realize it was until I would go to other places. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just standard, like, such a mix. You've got Caribbean, you have Asian, like, so many different things. And, like, shout out to Walthamstow. The market, man, you can get everything there. I'm going there. If you want the best samosas you've ever had in your life, my
Okay.
man with the food truck.
My
Man,
man,
with
not
the
that
food truck
man.
in the market. That's where you're going. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Hackney, shout out to Hackney, I have to say. I don't know why everything's food related, but I do love
Keep it going. I'm
I love a
loving
bit
it.
of food. But if you're going to get the best Caribbean food I've ever had in my life, Hackney, Dalston. Ethiopian food,
Oh my.
Dalston.
Oh my.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want a little bit of everything, I feel like you have to go to East London.
So based off the fact you mentioned market, yeah,
Mm.
I'm going to throw you into the deep end. I'm going to put you maybe at war with another part of London right now. Walthamstow Market
Yes.
versus
Okay.
Brixton Market.
Ain't touching it still.
Sorry.
What's not touching what?
Do you know what? Do you want to know a fun fact?
Go on.
Go on.
Walthamstow is the longest market, I believe, in Britain. If it's not in Britain, it's the UK.
Give her a black hand for that.
One of them.
We always have the information in this.
Longest
it.
market. How mad is that?
Swear that. Did you have the measurements for you? It's just.
No, it's just a well-known fact.
Do you know what? I didn't want to
Google
do that. Say let's Google, yeah?
Yeah, man.
You heard it here first,
Do you
people.
know what I mean? Like, Brixton Market is, I'm biased.
I was going to say very biased because I
Brixton
disagree.
Market it has a little bit of everything. I guess now they've got Port Brixton, but gentrification.
We weren't going to say nothing, but.
Look
anyways,
when she said gentrification.
We weren't going to say nothing. But.
Gentrification. Even well, if we want to go over there, even Walthamstow is getting gentrified, which is wild.
Swear.
wild.
It's always gonna happen though.
Wild. But it doesn't ever make any sense. Like, no offense. Like I love Wolves. Like I love East London. You know, sometimes it's a little bit techie. We do have our treasured, most loved people on the street in a nice way, you know? They may be a little bit scary.
So heads.
Yes, those ones.
Yeah. Alright, then. Big them up though.
You know, our standard, our regulars, you know, it may be a bit scary if you come down and you ain't used to it, but that's fine. But my thing with gentrification is like, them man ain't moving. They're not going anywhere. So you can make the whole street look pretty, but if you're not doing anything for the actual area, that shit's still gonna be there.
Interesting.
I don't know if I can swear on this, and that was an accident.
Swear away. And then
go for it.
Slot can edit it, and depending on how much you swear, what your swears are, we can rejig and readjust.
We got you.
So we met you at, I don't know what age you were, 16 or 17?
Yeah, 16.
So take us from Jada pre-16, because we don't know that Jada, and the audience doesn't know that Jada. So take us through us to the point where we met you. Not the whole life story, but key points.
Well, I was born in... So in terms of music, I've always like been interested in music. I grew up around creatives. My mom was a seamstress. My dad is a musician. So I guess like creativity was always just running through the home.
Come on, big up the family tree.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. But yeah, so my dad is a bassist and he's also a music tech. So when I was from young, like he was touring. So I had to just get used to that. Like, where's your dad? Oh, he's on tour. Oh, where is he now? Jakarta. Where is he? Germany. Who knows?
Germany.
So, Germany, which was pretty exciting because like as a young age, like you don't really know people who are just like, yeah, my dad's touring around the country doing music, like it's sick. So I guess being around that as well. I actually have a history with like my granddad's brother who actually did music, which I found out recently.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
Sick.
So yeah, from young I was in like theatre classes, I was in choirs. I think I've always been quite blessed as well. Like my primary school was very musical. Every year we did like a musical from like literally primary school. So yeah.
I've never got that. What the hell?
They did, and it was serious. You had to audition at the age of 7.
Pressure.
At the age of
Why
7.
are you putting the kids through that at 7?
They said,
Can you imagine?
sing.
Not you. Well
Sing
done, though.
for your spot.
Just breaking their poor little hearts. Mommy, why didn't I get it? They're crying and that. It's long.
Yeah. So I think I've kind of always had that passion for it. I was in the gospel choir. So like every year of my life, I think I've done some sort of like group or musical group. And then I was like, I did definitely get to one point where I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, when you tell people when you do music at that age, when you get to a certain age, it's no longer like fairy tales and dreams. And I think there was definitely a point maybe like when I was like 9 or something where I stopped telling people I wanted to do music.
At 9, did you say?
In it.
Shattered dreams, fam. So carry on.
Because like, because people would say, oh, you know, it's so hard to do music. Oh, you know, it's so da-da-da. It's like, girl, I'm 9. I'm 9. I'm 9. Why you got to crush my dreams at 9? But yeah, so slight tangent. But I think I've always been aware of, I guess, the music industry and like where I want to go. But I think at that age, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a big deal. I think I'll hold it to myself and think about it. And then secondary school, again, I was very blessed. My school was very much like, it pushed music. I had singing lessons, I had piano lessons. I learned Logic again at like 12. Like, yeah, it's mad.
Well, shout out to E17, them sides.
Do you know
My
what I
school.
mean? Shout out to Wolfenstein Academy.
Damn.
He was basically a prodigy at this point.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from this story. Carry on, please.
Yeah, so yeah, and I think from there I kind of always was just practicing and singing. And again, I was lucky enough to have parents who would push me to do that. So yeah, that was kind of secondary school. And I did GCSE music.
Oi.
Yeah.
Same here, music tech. Yeah, come on, mate. You did
Music
it.
tech. And then went to BIM.
So that takes us right up to that. So, boy, what was your first day? Because just for the audience, me and him didn't meet Jada at the same point. You met her a year earlier. when she was on. What was that course she was on? It was like
vocals. So I was doing a diploma.
That's what it was, because I joined for uni. You joined for the diploma. I don't know if you joined for the diploma. You joined for uni as well. So, like, we met her in her sixth form days, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how was the first day you met her? Because I don't recall it. I just remember after a while we just became cool.
Oh, I only remember because it was with like a group of like the rest of them. So like I think I was with Theo. Shout out to Theo at the time, and funny enough, I think Claudia was also on that same course as well. What a time, man! What a time!
Big up, Claudia.
So I think it was either her or someone else was doing rehearsals. Phil was like, oh yeah, let's come down and meet them, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I've seen you guys around a couple of times, but like I'd never spoken properly to you. So I came down and I saw. I don't know if you were like doing BVs for her as part of the rehearsal or you were just there in the room, but you were there. And then, hung out for a bit and then went back up to the green room. I feel like every other interaction we ever had was green room. We would literally just be in, like, as soon as someone was done with work, back to the green room.
The green room was the link up. I made some key friendships in that group, and we had some moments in there. Big up Louisa.
Oh. Big up Louisa.
we had some real characters up there.
Literally, I think most of if I had a lecture or anything, even when I'm late, first thing I'm doing, green room.
Yeah,
I had about to. Green room.
Green room.
Check the man, then check
today?
the girl, MC.
Green room.
Literally.
So describe the challenges of music uni to someone that don't understand it. Because I realised after a while, not that you were scammed, but might have been scammed a little bit in the music industry. Yeah, like we might have to censor that, but I'm talking honestly to a friend. Because like, how much have you even, I'm going to start with the first question. Let me do one question. Describe some of the positives and the challenges of a music university, please.
You know what? I think I'll talk about both experiences, I guess, from college, diploma, and then uni. So I think my course was like a 1-year course, extremely like fast paced, but I learned so much there. Like, and I guess I also had a really good class. So we were all like supportive, like it was a hub of like learning. Do you know what I mean? And then I got to like experience being a musician, being around musicians all the time, like what I wanted to do with my voice, like actually learning and training. So I think coming from that, it was like amazing. Music history, learning about all sorts of different things. Boy, okay, our uni was like definitely more indie, very much indie pop rock, not even so much. It was just indie. It was pop.
It was band centric. Everything, every example of that. Yeah, if you have your band and the indie, brother, you don't see the people that's in this uni, bro.
We're looking at you like, brother, what?
I feel like because again, we had to audition to get in with vocals, and it was just like, wow, this is like, you're going to be on the top of the top. Like, you got in, like, you had to do scales, you had to do all this stuff, and then you come and everything is indie. Everything is like, not what I expected. I thought it would be a bit of a mix, but you know, I learned some new songs there. Mr. Bright, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And some of them were bangers.
Such as, in fact, name us the four unexpected bangers that you had to learn at uni.
Sweet Caroline.
I hate that song.
What other songs? I'm just thinking, we had a boat party, and that's where I learned the majority of the songs. When I saw the people on that boat party getting lit, okay, I was like, oh, okay, so this is a staple.
She had to go do research.
This is a staple then.
Boat party, the freshers one?
Yeah, freshers boat party. That's when I was learning what the staple indie songs were back then. Oh, what's another one?
Well, they're not playing more like dance stuff, like pop and...
You're my wonder.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're my wonder. Whoa.
You know why people love that shit, bro.
What's another banger? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I learned that at bit, but
that was
any Mamma Mia, anything Mamma Mia.
Oh, ABBA and all them.
Anything ABBA.
Yeah.
Money. That is not ABBA. That's someone else.
It's so funny.
I
I think it's in Mamma Mia though.
Yeah.
But
Carry
yeah,
on though, please.
I don't even know how I'm so bad when it comes to stuff. I'll go on a tangent and be like, so back to the beginning of what we were saying. But yeah, so I guess it opened my eyes to that world, which was good. And then the uni side of it.
And the challenges as well, please.
Yeah, the challenges of that. It was very hard in terms of, we would have showcases, so you audition and you can do your own stuff, and we were encouraged to make our own music, which was cool. I think that's the first time I had fully made a song. From when I was young, I found a million like songwriting books from literally, again, primary school. My dad found one the other day and was like, this is mad. Like, and with me, I think I'm very detailed. So I'll write the day. I'll be like, I'm aged 9, I'm aged 8.
I'm screaming.
Literally.
Hey.
Back then I would be like, yeah, this is my song. I would be like, I'm watching Hannah Montana as I'm writing this song. Like, hella detailed.
Sorry to cut you. Do you still have those books?
I do.
You
I need
gotta
to
bring
pull them out. Yeah.
Next time you come back, we need to even analyze. That's going to be our next episode. Analyzing the songbooks from age 9.
Yeah.
Early,
I mean, some
what
of them
was
are
she
just
on?
literally a book and it says songwriting and there's ain't shit in there.
You know them ones you started and then the TV was on. You're like, you know what? Yeah.
I had 1,000,001 of the different little books that just like, songwriting. So I had the passion.
You had the intent, the desire.
Yeah, I had the
and
desire. Where them songs are, I don't know what she did with them.
Hey.
I couldn't tell you what she did to them. But but yeah, so being there, that was the first time I'd like fully written a song. So I definitely honed my skills from studying for sure. And like just being there, even with us just like chilling in the green room, it just allowed me to be around there, which then I was like, I'm here, I might as well go to a practice room. I'm here, I might as well do something. So like most of the songs that I've released, I wrote there or like found beats there and stuff like that. So just being around it, I think it helps so much more. Like even if you don't think, okay, I'm not doing anything, just being in the space, it helps. But challenges when it comes to auditions and stuff, you need to pick a song that the tutors are gonna like, because when you get to a certain point, okay, I'm doing R&B, I'm performing my heart out, this banged, nothing. You see the next person, they're performing their heart out, it banged, they're singing R&B, they're singing a Afro song, nothing. It's like by chance maybe one person will get in, but honestly it was hard. It was mostly pop. It was mostly indie. And some of them, don't get me wrong, they were good, but it was like, we're going to come year after year and see the same songs being played over and over again.
Who were some of the most talented people you either met and collaborated with at BIM or were on your course? Because we came from a pretty talented cohort if you look across all of the disciplines. If you look it doesn't even matter who graduated, who didn't. Who's doing things now? I can name some of them if you don't have any in
My
mind.
memory is so bad. It's going to be so annoying because I know great people.
I was supposed to say us two first. That's what's mad.
Oh,
That's
I've got
crazy.
top of the
Well-
town.
I was waiting
No, I'm
for that.
joking.
I was actually waiting for that.
example, the main one in my head right now is Carlos.
Yeah, oh shit.
Big
Of
up,
course.
Carlos.
Of
has been
course.
running the music game for about 5 years.
Carlos is doing big.
Come on.
He's been doing big.
Bro, he's Nine's go-to.
Yeah.
He's one of like 2-3 producers Nine's always with. He even on his last album, I'm doing my man for my brother Carlos. He's in the music video.
I need to see that then. Still, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Big up
mad.
me,
He's been
nah.
doing bits. He's the kind of person like when you see him, you're like, oh my gosh, Carlos. And then if he's ghosting, he's working. Like he's there if he needs to be. If you happen to see him, great. Well, in BIM anyway.
That's the thing. Yeah, he always used to work. All he cared about was his beats. Like, you can tell with the work ethic. But we saw Carlos the other day. Was it last year in Paris?
Yeah.
In Paris.
That's my bro. Big up Carlos. That's my guy. And Carlos, shout me if you ever want to just tell your life. You already know the tick, bro.
Bro,
Anyway,
literally,
Carlos
man.
is one.
Carlos, Tate Imogen, she's doing bits.
Big up her, man. Your thing popped up the other day, literally on my Spotify,
She
just
just
randomly, and I
released,
said,
yeah.
oh shit, yeah.
I don't even know what course she was on at that time.
Tate Imogen.
Yeah, I
know
don't
who
think
that
she
is.
left because she was there for like a year and then cutting it.
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know who that is.
You could
Yeah.
actually more time probably find out she never went to BIM, but I've definitely met her there.
That's
Luan.
Luan, big up Luan,
Doing
yeah.
man.
stuff with Shellers and Toddler Madness.
Big up Shellers, man.
Midday's Mandem, so you already know his
Oh
team.
my guy,
Yeah.
shout out to
CJ's
Midday.
Mandem.
CJ,
Already doing his thing.
Come
Yeah,
on,
no.
man.
There's a lot of talented folks.
Claudia again.
Claudia's
She's
Big
got
up
her own
Claudia.
brand.
Come on.
OSAS Studios.
Let's say it again.
Them.
What was that?
OSAS Studios.
Look at the film.
Hey, yo.
OSM Studios. Nah. There's actually so many people.
There's a
so
lot of
many
time.
people.
I'm even missing out a lot
Atlantis
of people.
original.
Big up,
And have
big
you
up.
seen that Whitney Houston
Oh,
video
Whitney,
where she's
Whitney.
at the awards? Atlantis
Whitney,
Rachel, I want to thank.
Bro, Whitney, you seen the video when she's at the awards?
I've not seen
Yeah. No, you've definitely seen it. I know you've seen
No,
it.
but I didn't know the names, but she just implemented
She'd
her
just
friends.
be. Yeah, there's actually so many people I could reel off like that are doing bits. It's crazy.
Mezzo, Shaq.
Oh, big up
He's
Mezzo,
literally creating
man.
Mezzo's corner.
He's hosting his own night.
Bro.
I'm thinking of all of my friends. I'm being selfish, but there's a lot of people who.
JR, man.
That's man
Shout
there.
out.
Sorry, JR. This was meant to call it yesterday, brother. My bad. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
manners to my brother JR, man. Doing bits, killing it. There's a lot of people, man.
there really is.
What's one thing you took away from BIM to apply to the music industry?
You know, I got some great advice once. Oh, shout out to Matthias. He's doing bits too.
Matthias.
Shout out to Matthias.
Newlyweds.
drummer.
Newlyweds.
Oh, is he newlywed?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Manny. No, there's too many
Ma-
people.
Manny. Oh, Manny.
You know what's so mad?
Emmanuel.
I was at work the other day. It was an artist just pulled up. They had a session at I'm not going to say where it is because I'll bait up my thing, but I had a session at very legendary studios. They're just talking. They say, Manny on bass, Manny on bass. I'm like, rah, I only know one Manny on bass. That's my brethren, you know? It's my guy. Then, off the mics have gone down. I said, yeah, Manny, what? You talking about Manny bass? Yeah, with the... I said, yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Big up Manny. Remember when he came here? Mashed up the whole operation.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Was I there when he was there?
Oh, shit.
Nah, because that was a time when he just made it long for us.
I can't believe you even remember. Oh, yeah.
That's my guy, though. He needs to come back.
Oh, yeah. Bro, it's been too long,
Yeah,
man. He's
done the Wiz Kid. He's doing sessions at Legendary Studios.
I saw him earlier this year with Venna. Amazing.
Yeah, that's my
Bits.
guy. Hold tight Venna as well.
Big
Good
up Venna,
people.
man.
But yeah, so getting back to the star of the show we have in front of us. Don't want to get sidetracked.
So I got some good advice from Matthias one time because I was talking about uni and I was talking about like, so I don't really know like how I feel here or if I should stay or not. And he kind of was saying he's someone who's very good at like networking and meeting people, so good at that. And he kind of just said to me like, figure out what it is. It doesn't even matter like what you're doing. Figure out what outcome you want from it and completely just focus on that. Like with music, I think you can get blinded by so many different things. But it's like, say the song that I just put out was my whole outcome of it is finding people who want to listen to things that I like. It wasn't about, okay, the marketing. I need to make sure I had the biggest marketing campaign out of everyone. Like if you're putting something out, you need to know what is the outcome that you want personally. And then it's so much harder to get upset when things don't go right. Do you know what I mean? Because things are always going to go wrong, but if that isn't the thing that you wanted to go right, it doesn't actually matter.
That's a nugget right there. And it seems so simple, but it's actually very complex what you're saying of be happy internally of the outcome before you put it out into the world. That way, the stuff that's going wrong, it's not even in your outcome anyway. So it's like...
Literally.
So you can't get stressed about it because it's outside of your control. That's a key nugget of advice for sure.
Big up Matthias, man.
So you, madam, have a splendorous vocal. It's striking, it's standout, it's very distinctive. You performed at a lot of different places, you know, Jada. And I was going to ask you if that was pre-BIM or post-BIM. We're talking about O2 Islington. O2 Academy of Brixton, which is opening real soon. That venue is needed. The music industry is going to be saved with that venue coming back. I'm letting you know that's a hot take. Because it was struggling like with it closed.
Stuff there,
particularly the black our side of the thing. With no O2 Brixton, we were struggling for a second. Just didn't talk about it because we don't talk about it. Hootenanny, Dawson Jazz Bar. Which one of those was your favourite first? Go on, please.
I believe, so Dawson Jazz Bar was the first venue I played at doing original music. So that was the first place I ever did my original music.
In home as well, East London.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
out.
out.
She said, my
Yeah,
size.
so that was crazy. Like I have loads of videos from that. So it's interesting watching myself like just like being all nervous, holding on to the mic, being like, yeah, guys, this is my original song. And like even though I performed loads of music at BIM and stuff like that, even like original songs, but I think it was different. It was like my first gig outside of BIM. like on my own with my own people. So yeah, that was definitely a staple, that one. Mm-hmm.
So you've been through some, not say trials and tribulations, but you've been doing the music a long time. Also, I've been part of your journey, and we're very thankful to be part of your journey, even to just be me and you've had certain big time conversations about how you're navigating and what's going through. Like, what has been the most challenging part of that, and what's been the most rewarding of the journey post BIM?
The most challenging part, I would say, is like, there's a few. There's a few. I would say it's like, it's such a journey. We all know, everyone always says that when you get to the top, they're like, yeah, it's such a journey, but we're here, we made it. But it really is. And it's like going through that, sometimes it's like raw. Like, I've spent hours, years, months trying to get my music to a certain place, and sometimes it doesn't look like it. And like, because it is such a little by little process, it feels like am I putting in time, money, energy, and it's not doing nothing? Like, is this something that I need to just stop, like, and finally get the hint? Like, so I think that's the perseverance, I suppose, of like just knowing that it will come. That's hard. That's definitely hard, especially when you're independent, you're doing it, you don't really have any backing. Like, sometimes you really, like, of course you have like friends, like grateful for friends, grateful for people who listen to like build you up and kind of remind you why you're doing it. But sometimes without a team and you're just doing every little bit by yourself, it's like, raw. Like, am I even doing the right thing? Like, does this make sense?
And speak more on that, and just how it can end up being demoralizing a little bit of doing everything by yourself. And yeah, speak more to that, please.
It's a weird one. Like, I think being independent is amazing in one sense, because it is like, recently I guess I've been thinking about it more, and I've just been like, if I wanted to put this song out, I would actually have to wait for somebody to tell me that's okay. Like, and I was sitting there, I was deep in it, like, that is having a team, that is having a label, like, but
sorry, no, I was thinking of the other side of it, where if you're,
both of you are right.
It is trash, like, and I mean, I'm pretty sure there are like maybe establishments where you can have that relationship where they'll allow you to put shit out, but the fact that that would have to be a strategy, or I'd have to fully sit down and talk to someone and be like, I really want this out. And if they tell me no, that's really it. Like, I have the full control to put something out if I want to. Like, and to create. Like, just because you have a label doesn't mean that they're gonna give you studio time. Doesn't mean that you ain't gonna have to be the one to be like, raw, like, they ain't booking you nothing. Own,
even though you're signed with a budget. A lot of people have gone through that.
That part, I'm still paying for it.
But they're like, nah, we ain't paying for that studio. And it's the studio you want. They might have signed you a studio and like, this is shit. Or it doesn't flow with my workflow. Now you have to pay extra money out of your bloody budget. Gerard, do you have any other?
I wanted to actually sidetrack, because I remember there was a time you actually had work experience, or like actual internship at remind us where it was that you actually did work at before.
Oh yeah, BMG, yeah.
One more time for them, just quickly.
BMG.
Yeah. Okay. Talk about it a little bit, like experience, what you saw as like a young artist just trying to get your foot in the industry, what you were seeing, conversation that obviously you can disclose, and like what you were trying to take away from it as well.
Yeah, man. So it was an A&R internship. I was, A&R.
Open and close.
So it's A&R admin. So I was doing a lot of support for the team. But I also had the opportunity to like meet artists that I wanted to bring in and like watch and get to work with, which was amazing. And I think it's kind of a world that everyone like you look at from the outside, but you never fully know the process of it. So it was sick to really be in a label and see the processes and like, sorry, I don't know.
No, just that's what I want to like delve into more. And like, I guess because you at the time obviously still growing as an artist, you're still developing the creative side, but you obviously need to like understand the business side of it as well. Like when you were like, you know, talking to the artist, like I'm guessing you were asking them questions and trying to learn like what their experience is like in the studio and also like in the meetings with like the execs and stuff. Like what were some of the takeaways that you got from those people in those conversations?
One thing to take away, which I don't know, is a positive and a negative. No one ever knows what the hell they're doing. Like, let's remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
quickly
Not
jump.
to say like company wise, but
No. Let's have an honest fam. In the music industry,
but A&Rs,
No.
we're all following like. At the end of the day, the audience sets the trend. Let's say that audiences set the trend, and A&Rs are weird. Like, well, obviously, we all know what's good. You know what I mean, and get to push that.
You're right, fam. Keep
But,
going because
yeah.
you're spitting right now, and I want to jump in, but keep going. I don't want to ruin
But
this.
yeah, so like I think a key thing to remember, if you're an artist, audience set the trend. So like just because you may have a meeting with me and I'm like, the music doesn't bang, but if in 2 months the audience says this shit bangs, you're gonna have A&Rs knocking at your door. You're gonna have A&Rs knocking at your door, and sometimes it's time. Sometimes it's just not your time, and someone's listening to the music and they do not understand it yet. But now the scene, it sounds like that. They're like, "Raw, I get what you was doing. The thing that you showed me 2 months ago, I didn't get it, but now I do." So it's about the audience. What everyone starts liking, then A&Rs start catching up. Some A&Rs will be amazing and they'll get it before the trends start, but a lot of them won't.
Most of their A&Rs I hate to do this because I'm now chatting about people I love and like. But most of their A&Rs in the music industry aren't doing a lot of work. Practically no work. They're on TikTok. The most some are doing, very some are going to shows. And even that is after scouring the net. They're not going to studio sessions. They're not going into writing camps, like the stuff you were doing with the writing camps. They're sitting on TikTok in an office looking if someone's hot.
Yeah. And
one of the biggest songs of the past year, I won't say it because again, I like the person that signed the song. They signed a big Afrobeat song via TikTok. That's not a knock against them. That's how the industry standard is set. So this point you're making is so profound and it's so important that, fam, to even get ahead in something like A&R, go and do some of the old school stuff that people are not doing. Go to a show. So you made a very profound point and the audience point, I never clocked it until Sexy Red, yeah? When I realized what Sexy Red, I was like, bro, the understanding I thought I had of music is very simplistic. Because I'm like, this is shit. People shouldn't like it. Then the audience can, and it's not just Sexy Red. I can name you a bag of melt ice that are horrible.
I hear it, yeah.
Horrible. Like, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of any melt ice I don't like. But there's enough. There's enough. But I mean like musically inept though.
Yeah.
At the point where you're tone deaf and it's like, all right, this is not subjective now. This is bad.
Yeah.
We're talking about the vocals because the beat work is a separate conversation because the beat work for her stuff is hard.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But I'm saying, well, the audience is connecting with her and actually like her. Like, the audience is the champion, bro. The audience is the champ. If you don't understand that the audience is going to win, same thing as in sales, the customer's always right, bro.
Yeah.
They could be shouting in your face, but brother, you want their money. So that's the kind of thing. You've raised a very profound point.
So on a day-to-day, I wanted to ask, like, what would your sort of work schedule be like? What were you doing, like, when you were there?
Still, usually I think, like, beginning of the week, you'd have a meeting and be like, is there anything like anyone's seen or been looking at over the kind of weekend or the week that is interesting? And we'd have a meeting and we'd show each other and be like, yeah, this is someone I think we should either keep watching or maybe bring in for a meeting and see what's going on, or if there's anything we could do with them. And like, because I was in publishing as well, so it was more so about writers. So we weren't really focusing on, like, if they didn't write the song, then it wasn't really something that we could work with as much. Or maybe it's an artist we think we could put in with our writers. So it was kind of a balance of that.
Okay.
And then again, a lot of it was researching. Like, so it is so key as an artist as well, not to take that for granted. Like, people are watching your stuff. Like, you may think, okay, I just posted a TikTok and it's not done that well. I may have seen it and now I'm like, okay, this is someone I'm gonna keep watching. So
noted.
Yeah. Pre and TikTok, radio as well. What are like the top radio people playing? Or like BBC introducing. So scouting radio. BBC introducing is key, man. It's key.
Any new artist, BBC introducing is your best friend. You know why? Because they have liberty to play, and it's not genre bound. It's not. They don't have the same constraints as the rest of national radio. I'm giving you a quick game here. They allowed to play. Their whole show is new music. It's not like they're chasing numbers. Like, fam, if you pitch to any other show other than BBC introducing, unless you're doing Represent, The Beat, and other than local community stations, you're playing the game backwards. Continue, please, Jada.
Represent as well, though. Definitely a station that it was good to listen to. And then I guess it kind of depends as well, like, it depends what A&Rs are looking for. If they're a kind of A&R who is happy to go for someone who's early, then they're going to be looking for stuff like that. If it's someone who already wants someone who's already got the hype, then they may head straight to BBC introducing, or they may just be on TikTok, like what's viral already. And yeah, so a lot of going to shows.
Okay.
Definitely a lot of going to shows, meeting other A&Rs. You know what's interesting, which I found out actually, which was a key gem? I would think before so that A&Rs would be a lot more like, I'm not going to talk to you, we're not going to share, I'm not going to be speaking to other A&Rs from other companies. But like, nah, it's not that. It's actually very much like you need to know the other A&Rs and other companies.
And network
and
and
networking, and you'd be
yeah.
like, is there anything you've seen that you're looking at? Is there anything you've seen that you're looking at? Because key thing is, just because I like it, I may not be able to sign it, but
Send
I
it
can
on
talk
to your
to my
brethren.
friend and he's going to be like, this is
Okay.
perfect for me. Actually, this is what I'm looking for. So it isn't all just like, okay, we know the industry is a little bit, it's cliquey, people don't want to chat to people, blah, blah, blah. But like, that part was nice. Just being able to meet other A&Rs and share music, because we both love music at the end of the day. And yeah, so that was an interesting thing I learned as well.
That part's nice to hear, actually, because definitely, like, I say currently for me, like, being a bit more away from music and just focusing on myself and work and everything, like, you know, I'd left it thinking, you know, there's an idea of the music industry of people that are in it, and it's very much like your personal experience. But then there's the other side where if you might listen to other podcasts talking about music, you might be like, whoa, like shady, like, oh, like that's a bit mad. But like what you're describing, which is similar to like the kind of industry I work in as well, where like you're sharing information, you're out there in the field, like going to shows, researching and seeing new things that can like help you and your company, but then also help your like peers, your fellows in the industry. Like that's something that's like positive and like good to hear. And probably if like you're not talking to actual people in the industry, you might not hear it as much. So it's good. And then I guess for your experience as because I don't know if that was like your first sort of foray into like the business side of it when you were going into it. Like, was that sort of like the first bit of it?
I would say, yeah, outside of like uni or like, again, doing my own thing or networking or going to shows and stuff, like it was definitely my first like actual industry job, you know, or being around, like being like, oh, right, this is the actual behind the scenes, like this is what happened.
Like
you
contracts
know?
are there, the artist is right there, like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
How did that impact you then, like to now, let's say, like going forward and having the knowledge and the experience of being around those people? Like, what would you say, what would you say the impact is on you now, like as a person and as someone that's navigating the industry now?
I definitely learned a lot from there. I think one main thing is like learning how to pitch myself, and it's a very hard thing to do, but also not. It's something you need to practice. I think that is key. But I think beforehand, I didn't realize how important that was, or knowing exactly how to describe yourself to other people, because when it comes to A&Rs as well, again, same thing, you build that relationship, then you get to trust another A&R.
Yeah.
So if I, as an artist, know how to pitch myself to one person, they're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I can use that same thing and I explain it to somebody else. But if I don't know how to like say exactly what I'm doing or what my music's like, or what, even just what I'm working on right now, it's going to fall on deaf ears, you know what I mean? It's just going to be like, oh, okay, she sings, that's nice. That sounds fun. That's not something I'm gonna go run and tell someone, but like, I guess just describing my sound and stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay, if I can get something that sounds memorable or something like that, they're gonna be like, oh, I met this girl, she says she makes music like this, and then they can share it with someone else, you know?
Is it sort of like basically building like an elevator pitch? Like you have that 11 seconds to talk to somebody and share what you do and what value you bring, essentially. That's key. And that's good because, as an artist, like, again, as talking to like business people, execs and A&Rs and stuff, you got like a couple seconds to like have their ear, let them listen to the music, and then also just be like, this is me, my sound, this is what I'm trying to do. And and then it's from there where they can either go like, okay, I understand the story, I understand where you're coming from, let's see what we can do for you. Or they're like, you can sing, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah, you just need to have a very clear direction of what it is that you want. Because again, if you don't know that, then people are going to make it up for you. And that's also one thing. I think if you going back to, I guess, labels and stuff like that, when you get signed, if you don't really know what it is that you want, I think people can get stuck in that cycle of, like, everyone's telling me what I need to be or who I need to be or what I need to do. But it's like knowing that before you get into it, or knowing that before you speak to someone about a deal, it's like it sets you up for being in a better position, I think.
That's cool. I don't know if you had something you wanted to segue off from that, but like take it to artistry, so like the creative stuff, and go into that.
I can segue off of your segue. So
Yeah?
easily.
Cool.
Cook, my friend, cook.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you if you could describe in 3 words your artist journey from literally like when you started. So we're talking like creatively, you developing your pen as a person, and also with this like vocally as well. Like, 3 words that can describe your artist journey so far up till now.
I would say development.
Okay.
Take your time. You're good. Take your time.
What was I say? I guess it's kind of similar, but I say maybe development, perseverance, and
Open. Okay. That the last one is interesting.
I'm going off the back of that. So open, that's a very, very good word. So your music is one that's been described as like life in your 20s, the highs and lows of love. How has it been transposing that openness from your psyche and your heart to outpour into your music? How hard has that been?
Yeah, that's weird. Like, I think when I first started making music, I think a lot of my songs are very subconscious. Like, I'm just writing to write. And whatever comes out, sometimes I'm like, raw, okay. It's like, this is how I'm feeling.
I said that
like,
shit. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Damn, I didn't even know for like that.
So like, some of the songs when I first started releasing, like, I'll be like, right, I wrote this, and then it happened. It came true, and I'm like, thinking about it now, is that because it was kind of in my head already, or I had a feeling that these things would be my situation, and then I wrote about them? It's like, oh, this is how I already knew this is how things were gonna go. So I would say, like, I just I kind of just write from where I am, but also sometimes I write from other people's perspectives as well, like other people's situations, and I just be like, this makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm just gonna jot this out.
No, you writing someone else's tea, like, God damn.
We're friends, so I'm going to do this. Which of those situations was the most interesting, and why? You don't have to name anybody, the situation and person. Like, if you're watching it and you're mentioning the situation, fight me, because I'm the one that asked this question.
Of mine or
the other people's situations?
So I have a song that's kind of a mix, actually, of my own and that other person's. They don't know that yet, but it's not out yet either, but it'll be interesting.
Even better.
Oh gosh.
It'll be very interesting. But it was about a relationship, and it was like, I kind of wrote and was like, if they were a writer, I feel like this is how they would describe that situation. Like, this is exactly how they've spoken to me about it. This is how they would write it. So I guess it was a breakup, but it was messy. It was real messy, and just kind of, when you think someone is supposed, like, something quite heartbreaking happened to her, and like, you would expect our partner to have her back and be supportive, and they were just doing their own thing, ghosting, out with the gang, living their bestest. And then I kind of wrote about that. And in the situation I was in anyway, that I was writing about, it wasn't necessarily that, but it kind of felt like that anyway. Like, I don't know what you were doing, but you definitely weren't here, like, supporting me. So I was like, this makes so much sense with your story. I'ma just blend them all together. But yeah. So it'll be interesting when she hears that. I don't know if I'll tell her or if I'll just let it be and see if she clocks me.
I'd say, just as a courtesy as a writer, sometimes you just got to give people the heads up.
Technically should.
Yeah, she's not going to do that. That's cool. Your music is also mentioning empowerment. What facets of your music do you consider to be empowering? And is it empowering to yourself? Is it to other girls your age, younger women, older women?
Yeah, so I would say I want people to feel like they can actually just express themselves. Like, I think the one thing that I want people to hear when they listen to my music is I want them to be like, "Rah, this is exactly how I feel. This is all the words I would want to say, but I don't know how to say." Like, I want people to feel like, okay, cool. Like, I can take, after listening to this song, I can take this and be like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I can go about my day. Like, I want people to feel like they can just be open and express themselves, and it doesn't really matter how it comes out sometimes, but as long as you're honest and open, then yeah. But also some of the songs I haven't got out yet as well, but I would like, I guess, women as well to just feel confident within themselves. Like, it's definitely also in this industry, it's not easy to feel like confident within yourself as a woman, or like that people are taking you seriously. So yeah.
It's another gem that I'm gonna keep expounding on. So I've already asked you about challenges. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna ask you about, highlight some of the most flagrant behavior you've had as someone who is super talented, can produce themselves. And what's some of the flagrant behavior you've had to either witness? You don't have to go into any details, because highlight some of the, as a young Black lady in the music industry, highlight some of those challenges for us and what your reaction has been and what learning you've had from them. Does that make sense? The question I'm asking.
You know, I'd say one of them, now I look back on it and I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, how could you even say that? It doesn't make any sense. But when I finished school, secondary school, before I started BIM, I did a production course. And it was sick. It was so fun. And it was kind of like, yeah, this is what I want to do. So I did the course, and I remember at the end of it, like, one of the mentors was like, listen to some of my other music that I'd been making, and they were like, wow, your voice is amazing, like, this is so sick. And he's like, you like, you can do this, you can write, you can do this. And he's like, you don't even really need to produce, you should just sing, like, it doesn't even make any sense. And then I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I think at that age I was kind of like, oh, like, is he trying to say like I'm dead, I shouldn't really be doing this? But looking back at it, it's like, one, I'm on a production course. I'm literally on a production course learning how to produce. Why would you sit there and say to me, you don't need to do this? Like, well, obviously I have an interest in it. But now looking back, I'm like, you would never say that to... I was the only girl on the course, first of all.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you would never say that.
That's
You would never say that to any of the men. There were rappers on that course. He never said, yo, you should just rap, you don't need to learn how to produce. Why is it as a woman, because I songwrite, it was like, yeah, stick to that, that's great. You don't even need to learn how to do this. It's like,
it's wild.
I'm on a production course, you're telling me I don't need
as
to
my
learn
mentor
how to produce.
Brother, you're my mentor.
Yeah.
You're basically telling me to quit the course, but in a nice way.
It's like, yeah, you can sing so well, you don't even need this. It's just like, but you never
I'm here,
that.
sir.
I'm here. You'd never say that to a man. You'd never say that to a man. I feel like sometimes men are praised, be like, raw, you can do everything. It's a triple threat. It's like pretty standard. Like, if a rapper can produce it, not standard, but like, it would just be like, raw, this is lit. But then when it comes to like being a singer, it's just like, oh, you just sing. You can just do whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. You don't really need to know anything. It's like, nah.
Do you feel like people have ulterior motives when they say that? Because I feel like in the music industry, it's been kind of standard procedure for men to produce girls, and obviously a lot of nefarious, bad things have happened in that situation. So certain producers have taken advantage of girls not being able to produce. Do you feel like so my ultimate question is, do you feel like the fact that you can produce yourself has protected you from a lot of crazy situations, so you don't have to be in a studio session with certain man?
I would say I've been blessed that I haven't been in any scenarios
That's
like
good.
that. I think, yeah, it's absolutely, like, it's disgusting, and there are way too many stories of people who have. I think I've just been lucky enough to that I've worked with people that I know, or not that really makes a difference, unfortunately, but it has been people who I've built a relationship with and things like that. So maybe in that case, everything feeling quite family orientated, I haven't been exposed to like random people. Or in the cases or like producers that I've worked with, they haven't just been like, oh, I've been hit up on Insta or someone's DMs me and I've worked with them. So I've maybe had less of a chance to just meet new random people. But yeah. But it is definitely, it is quite scary. Like, it's 100% you go even new producers I have worked with, it is a bit like, okay, even sometimes down to dressing, it's not even on purpose, but I'll go studio in it. If I'm for the first time, I'll go in a tracksuit. Like, I'm not gonna look too cute. And I think at some point I realized, I was like you're actually in a way trying to protect yourself, just because like it is a bit of, it's unknown territory, it's scary, we know what can happen, but it's just sad in that sense, really. But it's a subconscious thing that I realize I'm tweaking myself, because I'm trying to make sure that when I'm in the studio, maybe no one sees me in this certain way. So it's something I had to kind of unpick, for sure.
You mentioned briefly influences, but you never really named them. Like, I know Beyonce is one of them. I know you're a big fan of Ray. Like, if you had to build your own concert, with you either opening or closing, you're the opening or closing act. What's your lineup? It's not a festival, a concert. I made it very specific, because festival we can name a bag of man. No, we're doing a concert.
Ooh.
And obviously it's a long extended concert, so you can have about 4 or 5 acts.
4 or 5.
Gosh.
This is tricky. Do you know what it is? Like, whenever I was saying this recently, when anyone asked me what my influence is, I could name 5 people to you, 5 people to this person. It's never the same. Definitely Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
She's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually listen to a lot of female artists. So I say Beyonce. I would have Teja Moses on that line.
Okay.
I would have Teja Moses on that line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
The shiver of responsibility.
Ooh. Okay, I'll throw Janet in there too.
Come on, man.
Okay.
I'll throw Janet in there too.
Okay.
Got one of the
I can't
goats.
lie. Performance, yo,
Mhm.
you that's the vision's there. I see what you're doing.
She
I
also
like that.
Beyonce, we've got Janet.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
serious show. That's gonna sell out.
That's the head. Everyone's doing like, oh my god, oh
It's
shit.
like, what?
Yo.
There's gonna be people thumping each other up.
Trying to get
Literally
in.
collapsing, fading, gosh.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Who else would I have? Oh, this is tricky. This is so damn tricky. I'll go for newer people now. I'll probably have Kehlani in that mix too.
Okay.
She's sick live. I saw her last year.
No.
I got one more. Who would I have?
She can't be asking us.
One more. Because like, do I go? Oh, I could go old school and get a cheeky JoJo in there. Get a cheeky JoJo in there.
Wait, which JoJo?
Oh.
Oh, a JoJo.
Oh.
Baby, all I want is you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, man, you have to just left Joe at home.
Sorry, Joe.
Respectfully.
Sorry, Joe.
You got to leave Joe at home.
Do you know what's so mad? You got left out in the last episode. Remember?
Oh wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Are you talking about? I wanna
Yeah,
Joe.
Joe.
Wanna know
Keep Joe,
what
and then
to-
bring Joe to. I thought you talking about Joe.
At first I was talking about JoJo.
Nah,
I thought you was talking about Joe.
Man, you have to leave JoJo at home.
I think she's got. We love you, JoJo. We love you. But for our final spot, because my mind's it's not telling me that. But I was gonna say Usher.
Oh, no, my heart jumped out my chest.
Absolutely
as soon
not.
as you said my mind,
I
said,
didn't mean to do it in key.
She sang it as well.
I
That's what's
didn't
mad.
mean to
I said,
do it in
no,
key. I didn't.
Oh
I
gosh.
was gonna say Usher.
I said Usher.
Yeah, maybe we throw
that's
him
a
in.
bad boy
We get-
lineup.
ooh,
Usher,
yeah.
Beyonce, and Janet is like the final bosses. Like, it's come to save the world time. It's like you got 3 Iron Mans, 3 Captain Americas. It's a mad thing.
That should have been Avengers of R&B there.
Yeah.
That should have been the episode.
That's it. Episode done.
That should have been that episode. Did you have a
Last one from me.
go?
You know what old song I really love of yours that I would love for you to rework? Really wanna vibe with me?
What a throwback.
If
What a
you
throwback.
put new, this is my idea. Work with me. Get the rashes of the
open.
world, the CJs of the world to come and play over that and make like a live version, but with different instrumentation. That could go. That song is serious.
I'll be open to that.
That's
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy because I remember being like
At Duke Vibe.
At Duke Vibe
And that
and-
version
Oh, yeah.
slaps better than the original,
Yeah.
fam.
Yeah.
That version you lot did live at Duke Vibe is crazy. That's what actually made me fall in love with the song.
It's mad because I think it was at a time where like, no, when was it? No, it was we were still at BIM at that point, I believe. Around the song time came out. Was it just after?
Yeah, it was after, yeah.
Oh,
you had defo left. I think I had left as well.
Yeah.
We'd all left.
It was COVID times.
It was
just after
2021
COVID.
or 2022.
Vibe With Me came out then.
Yeah.
See.
But it was made during BIM.
Because I'd heard it at least a couple times before. And at that point, I'm like...
Exclusive,
it's fresh. It's still Jada, but she's still developing, innit? So I'm hearing stuff and I'm like, it's cool, but I want to see what it's looking like as you like grow and grow into yourself as well as an artist. I want to take it back to the sort of creative artistry side of things. And especially with you now, like having developed not only as like a songwriter, you've had the production course, which I didn't even know about as well. And like songwriter, like you've got these elements to yourself, you're multifaceted, but obviously developing all three of those at the same time, it's a challenge as well. Aside from the sort of like material, like other challenges that you had to face, like developing these skills, like what was something creatively that you were like, if it was like, you know, blocks in your writing or like, you know, having to write your own story and put it like to paper as well, like what was the challenge that you remember having to like overcome?
I would say I guess luckily I haven't had a lot of writer's block. So I think maybe was it this year? Maybe earlier this year, I had writer's block and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. I've never had it this bad where it's like I don't have anything to say. I don't like I can put on a beat and it's just like okay, but nothing. I have no inspiration. I have nothing. So I had to actually just sit with it, like just leave music for a little bit and just not write anything. And I think I kind of realized that I wasn't experiencing life, so I had nothing to be inspired by.
Okay.
I was too busy doing music 24/7, not really seeing people, just in the same circles because I'm just writing, I'm in the studio, I'm editing, I'm doing stuff for socials, and I'm not actually getting anything outside to be inspired by. So I think having that balance is a challenge. It's a big challenge for me, like especially obviously I'm building, so like most of my time outside of working is music, like so I love that. I will always dedicate my time to it, but I have to remember that if I ain't experiencing life, I'm not seeing the people I love, I ain't got nothing to write about. I ain't got nothing to be inspired or have like the joy from. So yeah, I think that was a big challenge, is just balance. Like, work-life balance.
Okay. No, that's... I didn't
say it like that.
That's
work-life balance.
That's definitely important for sure. Like, having, I guess, even someone like of your like talent as well, like you've got an abundance of, you know, musical knowledge. You can sit and like pick out like artists that you're inspired by, just go to a song and be like, yeah, this one, let me see how I could sound like if I'm doing something like that. Like you've got ideas that you can just generate. But someone of your ilk can experience something like that. And it's definitely important to remember like balance. Like you've got to go out and like, you know, have moments with your peoples to like go back to and be like, this is something I could like do like a theme off of or like a song, and just make something essentially, like have something to create off of, which is really good. I also want to ask in terms of like writing, your studio process, like when you're in the studio now, because you've mainly in terms of your catalog that's already out there, it's a lot of singles that's with just you, but there's a couple like collaborations you've done. So when I asked you earlier about Ace Bermuda, that's what I was trying to remember. And you got the song with DJ Mame and
Dial Tone.
J-Vic.
J-Vic, yes.
The record's Dial Tone, but yeah.
Dial Tone, yes, yeah. In terms of what you're doing now, like I feel like I've seen with like you've got the intention of like correct me if I'm wrong, like you're trying to build sort of your presence, flesh out your artistry at the moment now before you get to the stage where it's like, let me think about collaborations and doing stuff with other artists.
100%.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, I was just curious to know where your like head was at in terms of like, once you do get to that stage, if you thought about like where you'd want to go to, when you're collaborating with artists and, you know, putting stuff out like that, is it where you're doing like, let's say, you know, big collaborations, big features, like every other single in a project, or is it just like, you know, minimal, like you're only just going to work with a certain set of artists, or even like let's even just say like you do like a tape with somebody, you know, collaboration, and you both just have like a joint mixtape or something. Like, is that something you've thought about? And like, where's your head with that? Like,
Yeah, you know what? My thought on collaborations is that it just has to make sense, and that's actually it. Like, when I'm at a stage where I'm big, I would love to just, if I hear an artist, I'm like, they don't need to be Grammy, this, that, and other. But if I hear it and I'm like, rah, this music slaps, I want to collaborate with them. I would love to do joint tapes as well. I feel like we don't do that enough. Especially with R&B, like, especially with R&B these days anyway. That would, like, it's so sick. And like, collaborations are important. You're literally taking your audience and somebody else's audience and being like, hey, merge. You may not be merged together before, merge now.
Makes sense.
Like, it's amazing. I haven't really collaborated with a lot of people because I kind of have just been wanting to get people to know my own sound first and explore that. But I think for me, it just, as long as the collaboration makes sense, especially with themes as well, like, and I think time is important. So if I'm going on like a big pop run, I'm going to collaborate with pop artists. Next time though, I might be doing bare R&B. I need to be like, it needs to just fit.
It needs to align.
It needs to align, yeah. So, and I think sometimes, like you said, with big artists, sometimes they will just be like, okay, this person's popping, put them together and see what happens. And it's like, this doesn't really make any sense. But I think it is important to switch, like, people, like, collaborate with people who you're going to be like, what the hell? Like, how did that happen? But it just make it make sense, you know?
Yeah, definitely from an artist perspective, like, I was thinking, because I've seen it where I'm like, collaborations on a project that I can tell it's like that was not an artist decision. Like, someone in the label said,
You'll be surprised.
Numbers. No, as in it's a mix. It's a mix.
Yeah.
Some of these artists are silly. Like,
No,
word. Not even like that. Not even to be
No, but they're
disparaged. I'm
just like,
saying
yeah,
like they're not. Sometimes the team has to step in and go,
brother, what?
what? Do this. Like, not saying that it's a balance of both. Sometimes the artist wants to do one thing and the team wants to do one thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes the label is telling people to collab, and if you're signed and you're in a certain kind of deal,
That's it.
jump. How high?
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
That's it.
Exploring the lane of collaborations, yeah. You did say just now you wanted to make collaboration tapes. And my brain just went to the simple question of, who would those people be?
Manifestation time.
You know, my big dream.
Oh,
Can't
You know,
say
my
it. Say it.
big
man.
dream.
Don't even say it loud.
You know, my big
I already know who
one.
it is. Say it to the
It's
people.
gotta be Beyonce.
Woo!
It's gotta be. Like, if I could get a song, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with a song. A collaboration tape, though.
Oh my lord.
A tape.
I can't.
Hey, Beyonce. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. No one could chat to you ever
I
again.
know you don't usually do this, B. But
So the Queen Bee is first pick.
yeah.
Who else?
You know who I would love to do a tape with? Janae Aiko.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
You're
Oh,
thinking.
shit.
I like this thinking.
Oh, shit.
Nah, fuck. Look,
Because
nah,
that
we're
would
thinking
make
big.
sense.
Oh shit.
That would make sense.
Explain that. I want to hear what makes sense
Like, I
in your
feel
head
like
for you.
my music wise, like, I do have a few different genres going on, but I feel like the whole, like, alternative R&B, kind of neo soul, spiritual vibe, like, I would love to get back into that bag. Ooh, somebody else, maybe a Freeman tape. I'm DDB.
Okay.
I could hear that.
Can you imagine Jada Freeman,
Yeah.
Janae Aiko, I am DDB on a tape.
Jesus.
You two, I can hear. I can hear you and IMDb. I can picturize it. I can visualize it and picture it.
Picture nice.
Picturize. Come on, man.
I
it's a
like
new
that.
word. We just
There
make
we
it
go.
up.
That's
This is
crazy.
why Jada's here to
That's
help us make
crazy.
up new
Yeah,
words.
you
That's
never
crazy.
knew.
That's absolutely crazy. I can't lie. Any of those people I see you on a joint tip with, yeah, no one could call my phone and random again. You have to be, listen, the answer to them will be like,
Screening them calls.
I am not here. I am busy listening to Jada Freeman and IMDb. Bro, I'm
That's
busy.
my friend.
That's my friend.
Guess what? Me, I'm the part-time manager.
Yeah.
Part-time, cuz. She got a high asking fee. It's $350,000.
Literally.
These times, anyway, speaking of 2024, you took a 3-year break. Why?
I've just been developing.
Mm.
I've honestly been developing. Like, I definitely didn't need to be this long before I put something out. Definitely, but the difference between 2021 and me now is crazy.
Musically,
like,
it's like,
it's dumb. It's stupid. So I just wanted to like just develop, like actually practice, write, experience life a little bit too. And yeah, and then you know what? It's a flaw as well as like a great thing, but I am definitely a perfectionist. So I didn't want to put something out where I was like, this isn't really slapping. Like, and I've definitely had like enough music to be like, oh, I'm going to put out an EP.
Girl.
I'm going to put out an EP.
Girl.
And then I listen to that music now.
Girl. People, so I'm going to, sorry. People, the amount of music I've heard from this year, Gyalia over Yasa, because it's gonna go into I'm theming it. I'm gonna go into you and Dre in a second. Like, we're gonna get there. But brother, what I've heard and the stuff that hasn't come out, I'm kind of annoyed at you. But carry on, sorry.
Budgets.
I hear you, it makes sense. But in 3 years, you've made up for it with 3 songs this year already.
Yeah.
Make Amends, Dial Tone, and the money we're gonna get to. We're gonna save the best till last. Bye. How was it working alongside Mame and Vic? How was that experience?
Nice. It was pretty organic. That song actually came from Finesse Forever writing camp.
Okay.
So we got together. Me and Mami are friends.
I was gonna say
Claudia. Shout out to Claudia.
You lot know each other.
Yeah. So she's a writer as well, and like she is executive producer, which is sick. So she's
very talented at writing.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented.
She has a sick ear. Like she knows exactly what she wants to hear. Like when it comes to the production, even if she's not doing it herself, she'll be like, this is the sound, this is the reference, do this. So she has a very good like direction. And J Vic is a sick producer. Like he can do any sound, man. And it was very easy. Like they actually started the song before I came. So she had the melody for the chorus first, and I came in, I was like, hey guys, I'm just coming and it was just very easy. I was like, okay, wrote some lyrics for that, done. Then we worked, I think I'd written the second verse, done, easy. And then we came back and we'd wrote the first verse together, and it was a vibe. It was a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah, very seamless.
They're 3 very different sounding singles. Like, because Make Amends, what was the thought process going into Make Amends and then hearing it afterwards?
That song, yeah. That song is, I think I actually made that song in like 2018.
Gee.
Yeah.
It does give me old Jada vibes.
Mm-hmm.
There's even the production, but the lyrics are very like old Jada.
Yeah. So that was 2018. That was probably my most like honest song for sure. One of my, yeah.
I can't even ask you about some of the stuff in that song. That's why we said last night on the phone, is there anything you don't want me to ask about? Because I'm a journalist, isn't
We
it?
can talk about that.
That
one.
Are you sure?
Do you want me to explain it?
Go
Was that about your last relationship?
It wasn't it was about a relationship. It was a mix,
Oh.
I would say, of like just my mental state and like having a first breakup and kind of feeling that. It was obviously a bit dramatic, do you know what I mean? It was a bad relationship, let's say. And I think I was young, I was young, so I was feeling all these feelings for the first time. And like, we just finishing college. And I feel like as well that age is a bit like, oh my gosh, I'm 17 and 18, like just sad, emotional. Anyway, so yeah, I just put all of that into a song. And it was just easy to make. It was just basically like a freestyle. I think it started off as a freestyle, and then I just kind of patterned it up a little bit, and I think it's one of the first songs I'd recorded like at a studio as well.
Swear down. I was getting that also.
Outside of myself, like recording it, like me and my dad in the shed, studio in the shed. That's where we started.
Reaching out. So who's Johnson?
Pardon?
On the composer credit is Johnson's on that.
Actually, okay. So he's the producer. From Nigeria, and I found it on SoundCloud. This is how you know it was original. SoundCloud days, I was scouting SoundCloud. I found a beat. It actually wasn't that beat. So I'd there was a beat he'd put on SoundCloud. I wrote to it and I was like, this is sick. I was like, okay, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm gonna email him and be like, hey, I wrote the song to your beat. Can I use it? Like, what do you think? And he came back and he was like, this is sick. But someone bought the beat exclusively. Exclusive. Someone bought the beat exclusively and you can't use it. But he made me another one. I was like, that's actually very kind of
Big
you.
up Johnson. He's a real
Big
bad
up
man.
Johnson.
That real great man for that. Let me
For
check that.
real.
That's a great man.
For real.
Big up Johnson.
Doing bits. 44, doing bits. 44 Collective.
Is he far forth? I met Johnson on a video call the other day.
Oh, man.
You know, the world is swear. That's why I said, bro, is that John? I didn't think it was the same Johnson. But since he said Nigeria, I said, okay. And he said 44DB. I
Yeah.
met them like on a Zoom call literally last Tuesday.
Mad.
The
That's
world
crazy.
is very small. I'm not going to say how I met them because, again, I don't like snitching on myself on this podcast.
You're doing big things, so.
That's not me. But yeah, big up Johnson, wizard with it. Big up Tochi and them, man. Tochi is killing shit.
It's mental.
2018, I ain't got my swag. Them man, they're killing it. But yeah, you need to work more with Johnson.
Yeah, it's true. I know. I was like, kids. 2018. Just doing up WhatsApp. Like, that's mental. So shout out to SoundCloud.
Shout out to SoundCloud. They brought a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Word.
So yeah, that's how that song kind of came about. But it was sick, yeah.
Should we play the game first?
Let's save that for then.
Oh.
You want to save it to the very end? I was thinking the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Can I have a drum roll, please?
Okay.
Let's get to the money. You pronounce it because I'm going to butcher it.
So, toda la noche.
Translated from Spanish to all night long, right?
Yeah.
Come
All
on,
night.
man. They
Hey,
call
I
me
never knew.
Bilingual is my new nickname.
I
All
never
night.
knew.
All night.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'll let you.
No, this is so you got 2.5 minutes to sell it. So sell us the song, please.
Just talk about how it came about.
Go on.
This is the fastest song to ever come out, I believe. If not Dial Tone. But this song was made maybe like April, March.
Jeez.
That turnaround is very quick.
Yeah. Like,
wow.
especially for me.
That's what I'm saying. For you, knowing you,
Yeah. I would say then, like, we made it. And I was just like, I came into the studio, I was like, I need to dance. I want to dance. I'm tired of these fucking R&B sad songs. You know, I love them, but damn, I want to dance a little bit.
She's tired of crying. She
I
don't want to
don't
walk
wanna
in there and be
cry.
like, huh.
Because, just, cheeky sneak peek. But the stuff that I was making before was very like, I was listening to a lot of Tony Braxton. So I was making a lot of emotional... Unbreak my
yeah, I send me that unreleased, bro. I know
Yeah.
you know how to have it.
Immediately.
Yeah, you might not. You probably don't understand. But so yeah.
Go on,
So
carry
it was a lot of like sad, emotional, beautiful layers though. The BVs that we've been working with, crazy. But I was like, yeah, I just want to dance. I want to have some fun. I want to party. And I was like, it's a cost of living crisis. The cost of living is costing me a living crisis. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Now listen, that one they call motherfucking bars.
So I was like, yeah, bit broke right now. It's not payday yet. I'm gonna put that in the song, but we're gonna have a good time. And I just wanted to have like a carefree, like, yeah, we're going to the club. We're gonna get lit. It's about to be summer. It's a good time. Toda la noche.
Toda la. Hey, yo.
Yeah. So yeah, the beat kind of influenced the fact that it is half written in Spanish because we found like a guitar loop and we were like, ooh,
It was Colombian, right?
yeah.
And it's mixed with the Jersey club. I call it drill. This new Jersey club thing and the drill thing is confusing me. The Jersey club thing has the...
Yeah, I think
As
that's the
part of the
only
drill
slight
production.
difference is that it has more of a fall to the floor a little bit.
It has
but
a
it
fall
is
to the floor.
still
It's
still
basically
drill.
like, you must know the man at the moment, Poser, innit? Poser's doing a lot of the... You know Poser. I'm trying to see how much bread I can make. What do you think I got about rolling around with Melissa's... You don't know Poser?
I do not know
don't
that
think
man. Sorry to that
Sorry.
man.
That's literally the vibe she's giving.
I'll be real. I'm not. I'm
You don't know Poser?
Nah. Maybe I know. She's at least doing the move. Maybe.
I'm trying to not get in trouble. So let me play this very quickly and not get in trouble. No.
I'm gonna
connect.
No. I want. It's not enough.
Yeah, you turn it.
Hey,
In the meantime, between time, I'll quickly play you some Jersey Club. Like, so it's the mix of the Cash Cobain with the Jersey Club drill stuff, right? But it's more of the like drill Jersey Club stuff, right?
A little bit.
And you said there's a influence of like Destiny's Child in there.
Yeah.
So this is Poser. Let me find some of his more Jersey Club business. Yeah, this is kind of style, innit?
Yeah.
Poser's from Croydon,
nice,
by the way.
Shout out to Poser.
But shout out Croydon.
I'm gonna listen to him on the way home.
Shout out Croydon.
Stop doing it, man.
Yeah, big up
out
Croydon.
Croydon.
Because what am I dealing with? Anyway, but yeah, it's that type of Jersey Club, American-ish vibe.
Yeah.
I like the way you flipped it, though.
Thank you.
So why were you out all night long, Jada?
I just started singing. I'm dead.
What exactly was you doing out late, sis?
In the club.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's
Party,
going down.
Yeah, man.
We love it.
Yeah, because you know what? That song, I was like, I need a good night out. Them ones where you're like, raw, like I'm outside. 5 a.m. I'm outside.
No, out and great, you know. Tuesday and later now.
Oh my.
Yeah. So that's what that was. So carefree, like, ooh, we don't know how we're getting home. Maybe we gotta get a bus. Maybe it's night bus. Who knows? But
Walk it. Who cares?
Stumbling.
4,640 streams already on Spotify. Black Hands. Independent, self-funded,
yeah, boy,
self-driven.
Yeah, boy.
How does it feel? Because like the fact that I'm hearing the time from which you wrote the song, had it done, produced, ready to put it out.
Yeah.
Thanks. And you've got like to this many streams already. Like how are you like viewing it now? Like, is it sort of like a raw, or is it more like?
It is good, you know. Like, I'm happy. I'm very happy because it's like, again, it is nice to see. Like, okay, we worked this hard. We rushed. Not rushed, but like we were trying to get things down to time constraints, and like it's nice to see people are enjoying it. Like people in Brooklyn. Right now, it's my top city.
Brooklyn!
Shout out Brooklyn!
Come on.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's sick. Like, it is. That's exactly what
it
I
makes
wanted,
perfect sense, though, because in drill right now, the New York drill sound has evolved into that. And a lot of the London artists are copying the New York drill sound. This is a bit different because it's got the R&B flavor to it.
Yeah.
They're probably just fucking with like, oh, this girl can really sing.
Ooh.
Oh, shit, but...
Yeah.
Hey, they're doing all of that young people stuff to it. So, where can we find this piece of audio greatness?
You can find it on all streaming platforms.
Blah.
Apple Music, your Spotify's, your SoundClouds, your Audio Max. Because Audio Mac is popping off right now. I'm going to say shout out to Nigeria.
Hey, yo.
Naija Power.
Naija.
Shout out, for real.
We do.
So, yeah. Everything.
Everything.
The YouTube, your Google, your, what's the other one? Amazon, your anything else, Deezer.
Your Deezer.
Deezer.
I'll play a little bit at the end. I was going to play it now. I'll play it for the end.
I actually have some more questions.
Give it to us.
Fire away.
Let's talk about content creation. Now, from when I knew you, you were developing and getting to the point where it's like artistry, we're going to have to like promote the hell out of it. And I saw your face, you were like, content creation. Damn, this shit is locked. Damn, Jerry, this shit is locked. I don't want to do it.
It
It's
is.
going through the motions.
Do you know what? It's not even the content creation that I don't like. I actually love making content, but
Putting it out.
Bro.
It's the editing. It's the editing.
The editing.
It's, oh my gosh, yes, we filmed the
Yeah.
video. Oh my gosh, I gotta edit this whole damn thing from 10 minutes to 30 seconds for somebody to like it. Oh my gosh.
Someone to literally go like,
Oh, wow.
Literally, pain. But what I've seen you develop into now, like you've really grown and like you've properly, like especially
You're a star, mate.
with this song, like you've been promoting the hell out of it. You've
The
gone
competition.
from you got a competition.
Let them know
That
about
popped onto my feed. I said, my friend's doing giveaways.
She's like, hey guys.
Yo.
Hey y'all. Yeah. Competition, man.
Talk
Do
to
you know
us.
what?
Go on, tell
It's
me.
like I feel like what I'm learning, you just gotta try anything. You gotta try anything. Like not like just do whatever just to make it, but like you just gotta do.
Oh Lord.
That felt like it was at somebody, but I'm gonna ignore it. Carry on.
I'm screaming.
Never, no shade. No shade to anybody.
I love Jada. That's why she's here. Carry on, please.
Oh my.
But yeah, you just gotta try things that are a little bit different. I mean, I don't know why we're not really tapping into like competitions that much anymore. So I'm trying to think of like things that artists used to do when we were watching them, like especially in America. I mean, I don't know why we never really got that. I feel like, the big things would be like, yes, we're you can win a car, a Ferrari, and then be like, but not in the UK.
Who was giving up Ferraris in the US?
Okay, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
I mean,
But
there was a couple. There was a couple.
No,
big
it must have been,
things.
but I'm like, wait a second.
But I feel like back in the day, they used to have big things. It was like
They had
big
campaigns for
competition.
songs. Like it'll be like
Yeah.
a Merc would be in partnership with this, or you get partnership with even something as I'll go back to fast food. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to.
Restaurant.
Bad Boys Records. Watch me where I'm going with this. Did a campaign to launch their record, like with Big Mac,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Biggie, Craig Mac.
Mad.
That was their opening to launch the record label. I don't think we need to edit that, but we might have to look over it later. But that's how they launched their label. Big Mac, Biggie, and Craig Mac. That's wavy. So yeah, we've got to tap back more into that because people want to be entertained. We are in the entertainment industry. We're not in the sit down and play tune industry. Like we're not in the friendship industry. Like we're not in the hey, this is cool man industry. Man, I for entertain, fam. We've got to be larger than life. Yeah, we've got to do that.
You gotta be a voice. You gotta be a face. You gotta be somebody's
Substance.
Yeah.
And you've got that in abundance, girl.
Yeah.
You do, like, even when you're saying like there's a lot, you have to just do anything and get content out there. I feel like you've like learned to just like do more than the necessary. Like you've got the stuff I've seen you do, like it's stuff that I've even seen from other artists, but I'm seeing like you do it like as someone that knows you, and it's like the get ready with me or spend a day with me, or like this is behind the scenes, like when I'm making content, and like everything just feels like organic and not like you're just trying to find other things that people are doing. It's like this is my journey and what I'm doing, and it feels like there's an abundance of things that you're like able to show and like personality wise bring onto your content and showcase your music as well, which is good to see and amazing.
Cute.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like in terms of going forwards, and like you said, there's more ideas you want to like delve into and like develop more, especially with competitions as well. Like, how do you envision like the content side looking along when you're developing as an artist, like putting out projects now, like full length actual projects? Like, what's the content gonna look like for you? And especially like if you develop a team around yourself as well, like.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, now, so far with the music that I have been making, every song that I've made, I've recorded it, like writing it in the studio, mixing it, all of that
That's
stuff.
a big feat.
So
Not an
it's
easy
like
thing.
more stuff like that. Like, I think, shout out to like, well, not really shout out, but not, Kanye. You see how he like filmed everything back in the day. Like he filmed everything. Like he had his documentary. I haven't actually seen all of it yet, but like the fact you can throw a clip in of him making it from day one. Like that's the kind of things I want to be doing. Like I want to have full documentation of everything. Like and first tours, all these different moments where I want to have a team where I can film that, show other people behind the scenes. And especially, I think one thing I want to tap into more is actually showing people what it really is, it looks like. Because I think as an artist, you're like, everybody already knows. So it's kind of boring to see that, but it's not true. Like
People are fascinated by that behind the scenes. There's whole channels dedicated towards it. There's whole podcasts dedicated towards it. there's a insatious appetite for the behind the scenes of particularly the music industry. The film industry is a little bit as well, but the music industry, people want to know because they have this dragon kind of mindset of it's pure evil. And I know with recent developments, it's confirming some of that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of human beings in the music industry doing great work, such as yourself.
Thank you. And you guys.
We're just work, man.
we just
We're just work, man. We're just
Doing
fucking 18 man. Just, yeah, man.
bits.
We're just
Doing
working
bits.
off.
We're just here. No, but lovely. Go, yeah.
What does the next 12, 18, and 24 months looks like for Jada?
Goodness gracious. Oh, gosh.
Ooh. I 100%, this might be scary to say, but definitely, it's doable.
Say it.
I want to definitely put out a project, like if not an EP, within the next 12 months.
Because I was going to get on to you, but I thought, because you're my sister and I love you, I was going to say, hey, yo, where the EP there?
Yeah, I would definitely need to put out an EP in this 12-month period, for sure. 18 months. 18 months. That's a good song it's by They, I believe. Anyway, in the next 18 months.
Shout out to Dave, bro.
Who the hell is they?
No,
bro?
I know Dave. Is
You say they or they?
They. Yeah, like all caps.
Hold on. Before I even say it out loud, because I will bug out if I get it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. 18 months. 18 months. That's such a bad rendition of how the song really sounds.
Well, go on though. Keep going, please.
The next 18 months, I would like to have built more of a team. I think by then would be really nice. Because, I want to do shows. I want to do shows. Do a headline. For sure. Do a headline. Do a headline. Show.
Soon forward, man.
Yeah.
And when you say team, it's across like all facets of like you as an artist, as a brand as well. So you're talking like manager, all the other people involved in the
it would
team.
be
Like
nice.
that's
You
nice.
don't have to be crazy.
A&R.
Don't have to be crazy. It could just be a manager.
For someone who's like day to day, you need someone for day to day. No, but as a girl,
shout out, guys. Shout out if anyone wants to join the team.
We're gonna put the link to the email. To
Yeah.
At the bottom. We're definitely
right there. No, serious.
But yeah, like I guess someone to just throw ideas back and forth with as well. I mean, obviously I have you guys anyway. Chat your ears off for sure.
We're here, man.
But yeah, someone like some dedicated team and members,
And even maybe in terms of the creative side as well, like because you've got people that you work with already. You've got like your relationship with I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting to say Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the relationship with Dre as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Pardon?
How did that develop quickly as you can, please? And then what can we expect from that relationship? Because he's a big producer and he does a lot of great work. So I know he focuses on you because he can see the talent that we can see. Are we getting that Dre and Jada tape that I know is in the works? Sorry if I've leaked this.
No, that would be the next project for sure. Is mostly songs that we've worked on. Like I think one thing that people should do more is work with a dedicated producer because like the sound that we've built from day one. Like there's one song we've worked on that I listened to the other day and I messaged him. I was like, what the he's a sick engineer. I think one of the main reasons why I first started working with Dre after our first session was like I hadn't worked with a lot of producers where I'd made a song and I can take it home and be like, I would play this to people because it already sounds so sick. Like he's an amazing engineer as well as a producer. So like listen to our first song and be like, me as an artist and a writer, I've developed from that first song, but him as an engineer from that first song to the things we're doing now, it's like, it's crazy. So it's nice to work with a producer who is already sick, work with an artist who's already sick, and have us grow at the same time and grow together. Do you know what I mean? So I think, so most of the songs that will be coming out soon will be with Dre because we just, over the last couple of years have spent that time just developing, you know what I mean?
Thank you so much for preaching that. As we always preach over here, producer-artist relationships are key.
He said that from day one.
From day dot.
He said that from
early
experimentation days.
That's something that like it's a staple, man. You think of the producer-artist like duos that have come over the decades.
Yeah, man.
It's serious.
And they're still forwarding out now.
Literally. So no, for sure. Definitely wanted to see that. And then even like with the creative team. Like you had Midday working on a shoot for To
Man,
the Noche.
Yeah.
Father,
He
Big up.
killed it. Like, he absolutely killed it on shots because, you know me, I love a mood board. Like, I like creative direction. Shout me if you need that. But so I love that. So whenever I plan a shoot, I'm coming with references, everything. And there were certain things I was just like, hey, Midday, like, I know we probably don't, this is real last minute. Maybe we won't be able to get this shot. But he was like, doesn't matter. We'll make it work. Like, the shots.
He's cold.
Midday's serious.
Like,
He's our
Bellissima.
friend, so it might sound biased, but his eye is mental.
Yeah.
He's lucky I shouted him for some more work.
And his ear as well, man.
Yeah.
People,
Yeah, he's a
if you don't
producer
know,
too.
producer. Oh my lord! It's when I was at BIM learning the thing and trying to figure out what my sound would be like. That's one of the ears and like his sound as well that I was like looking to and going, yeah, I need to learn from this guy because he's on it like properly. But no, that's amazing to hear. Like you have those people that are there, and then the vision to grow more and develop the team around you. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Very, very looking forward to what's going on.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for the next 24, the next 36, the next 48.
Come on.
Come on.
Right.
Do you want to do the set or do you want to quickly play this song or do you want to go into the game now? We can go into the game.
Let's do game time now.
Yeah, usually, because like we don't really know our guests, we usually start with getting a little icebreaker. I don't need to break no ice for you. That ice has turned into water. Long time ago.
God.
So we're gonna end with game to have a little bit of
I
fun.
love a game, me.
You don't know about this game, do you?
Depends which one it is.
Which one are you thinking of?
I don't know, it's not gonna. Well, to be fair, we've moved on from the Dancing in the Rain song.
Have we?
Haven't we? Have we?
It's
Talking about dancing in the
it's winter. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it cool outside, you know?
Am I dancing in the rain? Is someone dancing in the rain?
Someone gonna
She
be
came
dancing
from
in the
look at
rain.
her. Troublemaker.
Listen, but people at home, if you don't know,
Get
it's a
to
little
know.
scenario that we love to do here. We are lovers of R&B, real rhythm and blues. You know what I mean? And we like to ask our guests a little question to see how deep is their R&B. How deep do they feel the love, the adoration, the little, you know what I mean?
The moves, the
feelings.
flexing, the dance moves, everything.
Literally. But I wrote this little story just for you, as in literally today. So, you know, forgive me for any...
Wow.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
You're not
You
seeing me,
feel
I'm
me?
there. Big EX to the word.
Big
like this,
EXP.
like, you understand?
Let's get into it. So, you've just been invited to record at the infamous Abbey Road Studios
Gosh.
by legendary UK producer J5.
J5.
J5. Mm-mm.
Regarding the session, you've not been told much other than he's working on a special project. He's heard about your talent and wants to work in person to see how you can work together.
Big up J5, man.
J5.
You get there and immediately start bouncing ideas off of each other. Beats are playing, pen goes to paper, and after a couple hours, you guys have mashed out a couple of sweet sounding demos.
He's you've got
How you feeling? You feel great?
Lean.
Amazing.
Lean.
Hey, yo. So the session is booked for the whole day. And after you just finished the last demo, he's asking, how long are you trying to stay here? And you want to stay and do some more? You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Sure.
So obviously you've been there for a while. So him and his team are getting food for everybody. They're ordering it, getting it through. You're like, okay, cool. Let me get outside, get some fresh air. As you're leaving the room, him and his team are chatting. They're saying, we got someone coming over just to like pre the scene, see what music's happening and what's going on. But they're talking about a guest. Not just a guest. This guest just so happens to be your man crush one day. Celebrity crush. You are excited at the prospect of not only being in the same room with them, but with them getting to hear the work that you've been doing. Just as you're about to open the door to head outside, there he is.
The door noise.
Whoa.
Not Abbey Studios like that. I don't know. Those must be a bit more, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, opens the door, he's right there.
Wow.
You're like,
No composure.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
okay.
Wow.
It's Jada, come on.
Yeah,
Let's give her something. You know what I mean? Opens his door, he's right there. Obviously, the scene outside, because you were there from like the beginning of the day, and the sun was out, it was shining. It's now later in the day. It's going to like a sort of melancholic, scenic. It's sunny, but it's setting down in it. So it's like so an orange sky. There's clouds coming out now, and now there's a little bit of a drizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You were thinking to say that as well.
Shizzle. The sun has shined and the rain has drizzle.
Shizzle, man. Nizzle.
You got the rain pouring down.
Rain.
His boy's pulled up in the
Down.
car and he's blasting some music.
No,
He's
me.
blasting what? Some R&B. You're like, raw. This scene right now is looking kind of idyllic.
I'm in love.
Right for you to do a little dance.
Wow.
Hey,
Me.
let's go.
My question to you is, who is that man that you would like to dance in a display of romance, affection, and adoration?
You know what, yeah?
Mm.
Do they have to do that? So tricky. It's so tricky. Do you know what's really annoying, yeah? A lot of my man crushes are actors whose names I can't remember. Do you know how mad that is? Until I see them like, oh, that's my man.
She's gonna say that brother from Power?
That's my man.
Like from Snowfall,
Homeboy
homie.
from,
My man. That's a beautiful man, Savannah. Dancer. Like, you think is he on Snowfall?
Oh, Snowfall, yeah.
Me is that man that can't. I understand the reason he gets girl. I understand it. Like I respect his game. He gets girl. He.
Are we going artists?
No, you can do anybody.
pick
This is a
anyone.
person that's pulled up
Remix
in the
it.
J5. You just coming to see what's what. You know what I mean?
I know who I
man.
want to pick.
Who you
and
picking?
it's not just UK, US.
But maybe we should go US. Maybe we shouldn't go UK.
Oh, right.
She should. She's scared that she might have that. She might be in a session one day, innit? Don't finish me. That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Because it's the only person that I'm trying not to say is the only person I can think of. This is not really that deep.
You know what?
Say yeah.
Choose a song of theirs, and then us lot won't say the name or bleep the name. Like
Is it artist?
Because you're
The
saying you
original.
can't name it.
Pardon?
Choose a song of theirs if it's an artist.
She's a song of this. Now I can't figure out no songs. Okay, who else can I pick?
She's really moved on.
Nah.
She said nah. She said no.
That means it's bait. That means it's bait. If she was gonna say a song, that means it's very, very, very bait.
Hey, yo.
That's quite peak. That's not good.
Sorry guys, I'm not your worst guest.
No, we've had worse. We've had worse.
One man,
So much
one man,
worse.
and I'll never let him live it down because he's my friend. Said Fergie and embarrassed me because he was my guest. He embarrassed me and he said, "Bro, do you remember those music videos and you get big?"
Oh, yeah, shout out to Fergie, man.
Nah.
See?
No.
Nah.
There are so many good-looking people in this life, and I can't think of one. Like,
But that you
you
would
know
dance
who's
for.
Peng? Oh yeah, but I
Say
wouldn't.
it.
That's she said yes.
You know who's Peng?
Go on.
Ludacris. He's Peng, yo.
I know, you know what?
No
Shout
why
out
to the
Ludacris.
ting.
Shout out Ludacris.
No why to the thing.
That's hella random.
I get no. It's not even hella right. It's a reason he gets. I can see why he gets girl.
Hey.
I can see why he gets girl.
He's good looking. I don't know if I would dance him.
Roll out.
Dance, you know.
I'm
I'm
not
missing
talking
a
like a-
key person. I know it's gonna bug me.
Bug me.
It's gonna bug me. Who else would be my man crush? What
that you would
shows
da-
do I
the
love?
key that you would dance for.
That I would dance.
I'm
for?
talking. I
Dancing,
didn't
you-
even explain what I meant. You Usher
Dance.
in the rain singing the you that type of dance.
I'm talking about if I had. I'm not gonna sing right now.
You're kicking the puddles
What?
now. You're
How
You're-
we
you're
ended
getting drenched.
upon this road.
literally.
I'm talking about rain on me. You know what I mean?
Who would I dance for?
I wish you would just say the bit one, just so you can go.
No,
on.
she.
You know who I dance for. You know who's a really, really talented, good-looking man.
Like we're waiting.
You know who's a talented, good-looking man? Knox is a talented, good-looking man, you know.
Steps off the block and you're feeling
That's a
nice.
talented, good-looking
Tuesday you
man,
found
you
him
know.
appealing. You took a U-turn just to pre that twice.
A talented,
Step off the
good-looking
block and
man.
she's feeling nice. Tuesday she took a
Yeah.
U-turn. You had to pre that twice.
Hey, you're not
Talented.
step through, my brother.
That's long over. Nuts. You already know it's long overdue, bro.
But if I could get a
Team Nuts.
feature,
Team Nuts,
disregard.
no one.
Disregard.
That's why, you know, she knew, like, if she was to name a song, I would instantly get it.
If I could get a feature, disregard. Disregard.
What was it called?
Yeah.
Here come the man in black. Well,
But I would do it.
I'm
well,
screaming.
thank you very much. This has been a pleasure.
Ah.
I love having like my friends in here because we can really talk the things them.
Just rapping and chatting.
There's
Thanks for
definitely-
having me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was our pleasure. I loved it. Can you turn the speaker out for one moment so we can
It's on, brother.
so we can just end the thing properly? Yeah, this is the
It's on,
hit
brother.
single. This is Jada's most streamed record. We're talking about Colombia meets Jersey Club Drill meets East London, mate.
Ends.
Oi, mate. Fish and chips. This is what it is.
Ends.
We're talking about toda la noche.
Screaming.
And with that, people, we're signing out. Experimentation Podcast of the World. Let me rule that and not even talk over Jada. Yo, Experimentation Podcast of the World. LSRBG.
Jada Kid, aka Return of the Kids.
Jada.
Jada Freeman. Thanks for having me.
Hey. Let's go. Hey.
When we had enough, in the fun, the fun.
DJ, turn it up.
Hey.
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 Toda la noche, toda la noche, toda
Hi, people. Yo, go stream the rest. Go
Yes.
Toda la no. That's TODA space LA space
L.A.
the one and only NOCHE. Jada Freeman is the normal spelling of Jada, just like Jada Pinkett, but not like that Jada.
Yeah.
Jada Freeman like Morgan, fam. Go to your streaming platform, go to your YouTube, run it up.
Immediately.
And we're signing out. Jono, dog.
Bye.